Pranam. So how was your day? How was your week? How was your body? How was your food? Yes. Today's topic will be about Satwik food. We know what is Satwik. Satwik is being true to soul, being humane with an E. So how do Satwik pamper themselves with food? Before telling that, I will tell you about the relationship of food with our body. Body is something which is like the abode of the Almighty, abode of God, abode of all the beautiful things. You must have heard this thing that people with intelligence and spiritual strength have said that in our body there is evil and divine, both residing at the same time. What we listen, to whom we listen, is what we are in our lives and what we become in our lives. And most importantly, what we do in our lives. So you will understand that we must pamper the good within us, pamper the divine within us, and starve the evil within us, starve the devil within us, starve all the bad things within us. So how to do that? How to starve the bad within you, and how to pamper and flourish and give nutrition, give multivitamins to the good within us. How to do that? To pamper the divine within us, to pamper the Almighty within us, to pamper, if you understand God, then God within us, then you have to do a prayer, do a prayer of actions by your food. Because what we eat, there's a saying, like, I think it's goes like this: we are what we eat. Because what we put within this temple of body, what we eat, what we feed upon, that works within us. That makes us what we are in our lives. That makes us choose the good within us or the bad within us. So it is nobody's fault in this world, because what we can do on earth doesn't depend on anybody else around you, doesn't depend on destiny, doesn't depend on anything. Well, all these things do matter, but doesn't depend on them, because what we are in our lives depends on what we eat, what we put. See, when you are taking your automobile, when you are taking your car, if you put in place of the best of oil, in place of the best of gas, you know what will happen to the car. The car will have a breakdown. The car will behave nuts. So it is very important, as a Satwik, we eat intelligently. We eat knowledgeably. Knowledge in India is Gyan. Gyan is the knowledge of divine, the knowledge of goodness, the knowledge of anti-evil within you. So it is very important that you have control, most importantly on your tongue, because food is generally a slavery of the tongue, slavery of the mind. But if you are a Satwik and if you believe in your soul, in your spiritual endeavor, in your spiritual goodness, in your spiritual well-being, in your spiritual health, then you have to understand this thing, that we have to put the best of food inside our mouth, inside our body. And maybe in another episode I'll talk in more detail about the kind of food the Satwiks need to eat to keep a spiritual health in excellence. But here I just want to give you an introduction And that is that it is very important that you are wisely putting the fuel within your body. You are wisely putting the gas within you. You are wisely putting the food within you. Choosing the food. If the food is genetically modified, who is modifying this food? Not the Almighty. If the food is coming from an animal which is tortured to death, you know, when we ourselves are tortured, you know what happens. So when we eat something which comes out of torturing, comes out of killing, comes out of being evil to someone, then we grow that body which is tortured, that which is killed, grows something inside that body, grows some antibodies, and when that is eaten, just imagine what it will do within you. So it is very simple. Either we are the slaves of the tongue, slaves of the mind, or we give ourselves to the spiritual health. We as Satwik, who are true to soul, we got to be true to soul, not true to the tongue. We are not tamasics, we are not rajasics, we are not anti-humane, we are not anti-being true to the soul. We love to pamper, and there are so many beautiful food which can be eaten. And when a Satwik who has never cooked something evil, when he cooks or when she cooks food, there are people who have eaten Satwik food besides we Satwiks. There are people and they have loved it. These are not words, these are experiences. So I invite you all to have a beautiful Satwik food in our ashrams. You can come and hire one of our homestay rooms or a dormitory or a suite, and you will see how beautiful Satwik food could be. How beautiful when you eat Satwik food prepared with Satwik emotions and feelings, being true to soul, being humane, being Satwik. It is a joy. Come and enjoy a Satwik food with Satwiks. Have a very beautiful day. Have a very beautiful night. Have a very beautiful